security, comfort, predictability. These modern-day conveniences make our lives a hell of a lot easier, but they can quickly lull us into a complacent existence, a comfortable little bubble that's easy to stay in our entire lives. Avoiding the unknown keeps us safe, but what if it keeps us too safe? What if it keeps us from feeling truly alive? Feel the fear and do it anyway has been my driving force these past few years. And it is this very mantra propelling me into this next adventure, into an ancient, desolate landscape that I know almost nothing about, into a place that the local Bushmen once called the land God made in anger. This is my journey through Namibia. Namibia is one of the most sparsely populated countries on Earth, with a population density of about 10 people per square mile. To put that into perspective, Namibia is twice the size of California, but its population is 13 times smaller, 39 million compared to just 3 million. The reason for this is simple. 97% of Namibia is empty. This southwestern African country has some of the harshest, most desolate landscapes on the planet, to the point where only 3% of it is suitable for human life. And for some reason, I'm determined to visit this vast, unforgiving land for myself. Luckily, I found a few other curious travelers to join me on this once-in-a-lifetime adventure, and the 5 of us woke up on our first morning in Namibia buzzing with excitement and nerves as the reality of the next 10 days set in.
We're picking up our lovely home for the next 10 days, which is this truck with 2 rooftop tents. We each have our own truck. So Ansley and Dylan and me will be in one, and Carly and Colin will be in another.
This 4x4 truck will be our lifeline over the next 10 days. Driving, sleeping, cooking, all of it will be done on these 4 wheels.
So they're just taking us through a very thorough safety briefing, and now we're learning how to use everything in the truck, all of the safety equipment, the tents. It's been super thorough. I'm feeling a lot better because I have never done anything like this before.
You see, You're too short, so now you need to stand up.
We stocked up on food, said goodbye to cell service, and ventured into the unknown.
First official day in Namibia. It is sunrise. We are heading to Sossusvlei to see the iconic petrified trees, sand dunes. This morning has been so freaking beautiful. What are you doing?
Flattening our tires because we're about to drive on sand, so we do not want to get stuck.
Sossusvlei is one of the most unique desert landscapes on Earth. Just driving through the vast salt and clay pan, the red sand dunes towering as high as the Empire State Building on either side of us, was absolutely surreal. Suddenly, we entered another planet, or at least it felt that way.
This place is absolutely insane. I think we've been here maybe 2 or 3 hours already. Just taking it all in, I've truly never been anywhere that looks quite like this at all. I'm sitting, as you can see, on this white clay. It's almost like a clay-like texture.
Despite what we see here today, Deadvlei was once full of water, a flooded lakebed where camel thorn trees grew in abundance. But when the climate shifted and dried up the lakebed, the environment became so hot and so dry that the trees couldn't even decompose. So here they remain, 900 years later. Black skeleton trees, frozen in time, surrounded by some of the biggest sand dunes in the world. At first glance, the Namib Desert looks like a dry, barren wasteland. As you drive hundreds of miles on the small, dusty road stretching endlessly into the distance, you could go hours without encountering another living thing. But I think the most powerful part about the desert is the beauty that lies within. You just have to look beneath the surface. And in this case, I mean that literally. This hidden gem was so easy to miss. We would have driven past it entirely if it wasn't for the local who told us about it at camp this morning. Here, inside the cracks of one of the driest landscapes on Earth, are natural freshwater pools. The source of all life, hidden here in the desert. I immediately grabbed my pack and made my way down to the water with my favorite adventure tool in tow. This is the Grail GeoPress TI, an essential part of my travel toolkit, especially in rugged, remote places like Namibia, and one of the most versatile tools that I own. It filters and purifies 24 ounces of water from the world's sketchiest freshwater sources on all 7 continents, removing waterborne pathogens like E. coli, salmonella, and dysentery in just 8 seconds, and it uses activated carbon to make water like this look and taste good. But what makes the GeoPress TI even cooler is that it also serves as a titanium cook pot. You can throw it on the stove or a bed of hot coals to make a quick camping meal or some coffee to share with friends in the morning. It's incredibly versatile and easy to use, and I can easily fit it in all the side pockets of my backpacks. I've linked it down below in the description box for you to take on your next adventure, and a huge thank you to Grail for sponsoring this Namibia adventure.
So we're currently in a town called Solitaire. I don't even know if I can call it a town. It really is the only form of civilization between Sossusvlei, where we just were, and Walvis Bay, where we are going to be tomorrow. For that stretch of 375 kilometers, there's not even a gas station. I truly think that this is the most remote place I've ever traveled through.
After a night at the most beautiful, peaceful campsite in the middle of the desert, we continued our journey east toward the place that I've only ever seen on a screen and scarcely believed was real, until I laid eyes on it myself.
I am in the oldest desert in the world, and next to me is the ocean.
This is Sandwich Harbor, where the most ancient desert on the planet meets the immortal waves of the Atlantic. An ever-changing sea of sand kissing the endless stretch of ocean. A place that feels both empty and yet full of life. Moving with the wind, flowing like water. Timeless, ageless, and eternal. Out here in the Namib Desert, it's easy to feel swallowed up by the vastness of the land, and you learn very quickly not to underestimate its power. We didn't dare enter Sandwich Harbor without local experts who navigate this endless sea of sand every single day. Had we gone in on our own, we might have never made it out. That night, however, Namibia tested us in a different way.
So we had quite the night last night. Basically, we were driving along the highway to get out to this campsite where we are right now, and a semi-truck flew by, like so fast. It rocked our car, like almost off the road. They pulled off, and basically all of the glass had completely shattered. A rock probably got blown up and hit the window. Literally like a foot from Colin. Like Colin is right here. So the entire window shattered. We went to a gas station, and everyone was super nice, helping us patch it all up, get the glass out, put a makeshift window in, and luckily we all got full insurance because, you know, it's really safe to travel through Namibia for the most part, but the driving can be a little iffy sometimes. I was waiting to see what the car trouble would be of this trip. So this is the first, hopefully the last.
As expected, this was not the last of our car troubles.
Something else happened as we're in the absolute middle of nowhere desert. What, was it about to fly off?
This was totally
The roads are constantly changing from sand to gravel to pavement, and despite our consistent stops in the middle of the desert to adjust our tire pressure, not all of them came out unscathed.
Now she's flat, all right.
Oh God. So this pokey thing was just sticking through my shoe, like right there. We're wondering if that's what poked this, because they're everywhere. One went in my shoe over there and it was like that long. It's true what they say, Namibia is a pretty unforgiving place.
But there is no place more unforgiving than the coastline where countless ships, whales, and more have met their doom. The Skeleton Coast. This deadly coastline stretches north for more than 300 miles. Its shores littered with the remnants of old ships and the bones of whales and seals that have washed ashore over the years. But despite this harsh, hostile land, scorched black by the relentless African sun, there is still so much life. Whales and seals and birds growing and thriving in the nearby waters. Flocks of pink flamingos flourishing just a few miles south. A resilience that we have seen throughout our time here in Namibia, from both humans and animals alike, fighting to live, to survive, against all odds. And as we made our way inland, distancing ourselves from the deserted coastline, the landscape exploded with color and life and abundance, a beautiful contrast that I've learned to expect and love about Namibia.
We're chefing it up at this beautiful campsite tonight.
Did you put salt in it?
Yo, I put salt, I
hell
put
yeah,
herbs, I
brother.
put olive oil. Don't you worry about it. Look at that scrump. Look at that what? Scrump. Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Going into this trip, I was unsure if camping in the desert for 10 days straight would get old, but it's been quite the opposite. I cannot get enough.
Reason 1,700,000 why I love camping. What have we got over here?
Making some toasty toast. Fire roasted toast.
If we had a few more extra days on this trip, I would totally want to extend and stay here. We camped over there last night. Those are our trucks. And then over here is sort of the common area with the showers and a little shop. And then actually right over here is a watering hole where all of these kudu and zebras were drinking from last night.
Whoa! I call it de la can, de la creme, ratatouille, a framboise.
So we've been camping long enough together where we've kind of have a bit of a routine going. First, we've got water boiling immediately, courtesy of Carly over here.
Get it?
And then we have the men doing the wood.
fire things.
And we have Ansley complaining.
Screaming.
Camping here in Namibia has connected me to the desert more than anything else. Waking up to the African sun peeking over the mountains, staring up at the majestic boulders towering all around us, observing the wild animals living peacefully in their natural home, all of it felt so special, even when Namibia continued throwing us curveballs.
What did you say?
Did anybody else get to sleep?
Yep.
I put one side of my head on a pillow and an AirPod with noise cancellation on.
I tried to put my sweatshirt on my ear and it didn't really do anything. I think the rainfly actually ripped off. It didn't just fall off, like fully ripped.
We did not come out of this campsite unharmed.
It's so windy!
Uh-oh. My ass isn't even that fat.
The ladder was literally right here.
Yeah, my feet were like, I was like this.
We knew we were going to be pretty disconnected from technology on this trip, but it ended up being a bit more than expected.
We've had literally no cell service this entire trip, which has definitely added to it, in my opinion. We've been having so much fun being totally off grid, but we did want to get something in case, you know, a window got shattered or we popped the tire or something like that. And they only do physical SIM cards here, and all of us have like iPhone 14s and 15s, which don't have a place to put a physical SIM card. So we got one of these at the mall small in Windhoek, and we loaded like 20 gigs on it and are only turning it on in emergencies. And so clearly last night was an emergency, and yeah, we were able to get in touch with everyone, get it covered by insurance. They set us up with the guys this morning who were able to fix it on their day off, which was really nice. But that's just something to be aware of if you're coming to Namibia. They don't do eSIMs here.
4 out of the 5 of us work in social media, so being completely cut off from the internet for a full 10 days is something that none of us are used to, and it took the experience to the next level. I cannot remember a time where I was more present in the moment, more observant and appreciative of my surroundings without the incessant distraction of my phone and the endless noise that comes with it. The underlying worry and anxiety I feel on a daily basis were somehow gone, drifting further and further from my mind with each passing day. Nothing existed except the present moment, the people we were with, and the open road in front of us. How ironic is it that this deserted land made me feel more alive than ever before? That the fear of discomfort could have kept me from experiencing it? That venturing into the unknown inspired a deeper understanding of myself and the world around me? I hope this adventure empowers you to push on the boundaries of your own comfort zone. You never know where it might take you.
This is what happens when you're on the side of the road in the middle of Namibia with no technology at all. Start throwing rocks at other rocks. Primal! Primal! Ow! No! Guys! Wait, what are we doing? A picture?
Yeah, that was a picture.
Yeah, that's cute.
Alright guys, I'm in the middle.
Ladies in the middle, and then we'll
yeah,
cheers
yeah.
in front.
Oh, I'm right good. Yes!
Cheers again!
Oh! Wait, is this a picture or a video?
I don't know, but Crosby, naturally Crosby missed our
Can you
cheers.
take a picture?
Oh, sure! How do I do that?
I'll show you.
Timer?